Day of performance is not good enough here now.
Yeah, there's two sides to that story, right? You're touching it perfectly. You look at the first day they had, they only picked up 7 points. That is not good enough by any means whatsoever. That is a terrible performance. It's brilliant putting 44 points on the board on one day. You'd have had 2 days of that. You'd have been laughing. You'd have been up there. You'd have maybe even potentially qualified off the back of that.
And now let's flip it up to the teams who are the ones on the kind of verge of
down a little bit more in the initial one. That's why they moved up to the top. Lo and behold, both teams have picked this spot because this is a good one. It's inside the circle and it gives you easy opportunity to access different areas. Kemba has been knocked, so Lost HD stems the bleeding for now. Can you position? He's on the opposing side of the road. This could be dreadful for Na'Vi. Coldamenta, though, out in the cold. If you give any of these players a chance, Coldamenta just gets snapped and he's down. Raise Your Edge have lost one, and Na'Vi are actually now pushing on the...
he played it well, but he can't do much about this. Simply put, Na'Vi have this terrain just so well pictured, it feels. They're in such a good position to play from it. 2 players, there's been no casualties. Everyone stands at this point, so everyone is... It's going to be very, very busy. This is where you're going to see a big culling of players, and already there's the first casualty. Northern Lights claiming point after point. Oh no, this is going to be brutal. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. There's no cover up there. You might be just using any terrain, but the car might be the deathbed. It is. And here comes the kills. Ents have suffered already. The southern side is going to be brutal. They're going to be walking into teams in predisposed positions, pre-set up.
And also in that main compound, the barn compound at the bottom of that. It's basically just landlocking people out. To run that one, you've lost 3 players, 3 vehicles, and Lyron just hunkers down and prays for dear life. Ents are also people, unfortunately, that have fallen victim. 7 did go down, one of the individuals, but it looks like they got...
Field because, simply put, they can't all survive down here. EYG kind of had everything they started with. They had a really nice position, but now they have to play from it. Sadovnik's already punished 1. That's not looking so hot here. And now can there be any more? That's the fight back, though. Drico is going to at least do a little bit of slowing down of this, but 7, they're enamored by the idea of just sweeping through this. Even with just 2, they had to cross, but you can see Anonymous there, catching the cross, holding his teammate safe while the reload came in. Nice positioning, and they've stabilized. 3 still stand for them, and you can see Krabik is the only one here. Might be able to pick up Tizerin so they can get those numbers back up, but Sadovnik is dead in the water.
We always get a couple of battles here because the plateau is really good for information, looking around and seeing what's going on, and more importantly for the teams that have to run this way. Everyone that's down south, this could be the only entry point towards El Pozo without going all the way on the outskirts and upside the mountain. Punishment
nice.
Continues.
Really
16th
nice.
place for 7. Remember, they're a team in that 30-point bracket, so unfortunately a 16th place is going to be bad.
It is. Now, I want to see if Northern Lights get a little on that. They can work through it methodically. Another team in trouble is TSM, Northeast. I was hoping they'd go on the wide, swing around and slide into Pozo, try and find a bit of room. And now we're seeing in the south, other teams struggling. Unique, trying to fold further forward. TSM just lost down Braxco. There can be more punishment. Diamond Dogs are here. Northern Lights are holding the line as best they can. Can the Dogs get into the scrap? Already perfect, getting a little bit of damage coming in, but there's the damage coming right back. That's be Lampalot down. Where's the trade back in? It's not looking so good right now. The nades are in hand, but if they don't find it in any second, Northern Lights can stabilize. Nice nade comes back in from Calvin. That's what you want. There's a teammate from Tomil. What is going on there? No, boys, don't do this. Northern Lights now with their 2 players could push this. They've seen the kill feed. They know that there's blood in the water. They want to find it while they can, and here we go. Cleaning through Batulins, spraying in, finds one in the bathroom. He can't take him down, though. Oh, it was going to be held just for a second longer. But no, the massacre happened. The Dogs somehow alive. Barely.
Wait. They can get also, who have to get inside the circle, and same goes for IG. Safety, again, inside the houses. For them, rather than running the hillside, it could be the only option. The Diamond Dogs will have to stand strong, get themselves back on the feet, get geared up, get healed, and take yet another fight or 2.
Yeah, the Diamond Dogs are just needing to slow down and stabilize. Another casualty of this circle is going to be TSM here. They're in the vehicles, but look at these shots coming right down towards them. That's from the hillside. GMT4s, I think they're down to 2 here. Michael is taking a bit of cover, but there's Blue Heart, and so do the bullets come in their way. TSM have run out of options. Fex is way off in the north still, looking for a way through, but Unity's being surrounded by WS15. This is not, without issues further afield. Fex on the bike, trying to find a way forward. He's just going to send it as best he can, try and work in towards the circle here.
I'm really sorry, Lauren. We need to look at Na'Vi. This is a big fight now. They're hunting down Lost HD. Remember, they've already killed 3 players of Raise Your Edge.
Oh,
if they find Lost HD, that is 6th place going out to 8th. That is a massive, massive counterplay from Na'Vi to hunt down the last remaining players. They've wiped one of their remaining opponents off the map.
Azrim might be able to get a big nade here. One of the WS15 guys, if they get this right, that could be Unity done for. Orange is already knocked. I think Inocutives realize this is not not good to stay stacked. Azrin's definitely seen him. Snoopy just got off the heel, but this could be murder. There's so much bloodshed in the northeast here. It's that kind of dip between these two hillsides on the road. Everyone's got vision. They're all so hungry to get Unity down for these points.
Instantly we can see Na'Vi jumps into 6th place. That is qualification. That's what you want to be looking for. If you're above that 6th place, you are going to the major at Berlin. Kemba onto Tixu. The beatings continue. Na'Vi dishing out damage here. Ents, they're broken, they're battered. Na'Vi, they're feeling it. Instant confirmation there on Bestaloch. The nade finds good. Tommel now back on to play with me. Unique did turn up. This has been a bloodbath down in the south. There's been 5 teams here that have fallen. And it looks to me like the Diamond Dogs, they're standing strong. We'll check in a second. Na'Vi are still sweeping and clearing on that western front, but the Diamond Dogs, they're the one picking up the points at the moment, and they're the ones that need them. They're severely out kind of that 6 zone. Qualification knocking up the door, but you have to frag out.
I don't know how Unity is still standing here. They're the last to make it out of that northeast side. And as you said, the Diamond Dogs are surrounded on 2 fronts. It's not a particularly brilliant position down the line. Unity trying to make the mad dash for it, but they're being picked apart. El Giganton doing it. The Dogs are looking for their next treat, and EYG might just be that. The 2 players stand. They have 7 kills. They held off that first fight, but now the Diamond Dogs, once they've stabilized, have been able to control that south side. Now, further afield, I can't help but look at Omerkin, look at towards Na'Vi, look at El Giganton. They hold all the cards here.
Get involved from distance because they do have range. You can, as I say that, ends. Diggory goes down. Vasco, that's the range I was speaking about. The K98 with the scope on the back. That's where they want to be. They put that player up in the hillside. He could be a nuisance to individual players or teams who just there, and he's just going to put bodies in bags.
Here we go. This could be the push. Entropy Gaming, there's a trade coming back in. Good work from Sims. He's not let that get too far away from them. And the push needs to continue. Tommel's fallen, but they stand. Can they recover their players? It doesn't look like they can. They're being piled in on from further afar. Inside Gaming have just found the spots and they've claimed the points. The Dogs now are down to 2, I'm pretty sure. Lampalot and Simsy, the only ones standing, and they're a mile away from the circle. Na'Vi are the kings of the hill. They have everything they need up here, and they can get those picks, they can get those spots. Omerkin, strong position, you said it. They have that hillside. They didn't fancy it. They want to play for down the line. They want to play for further in front of them. That's a good idea. Now, in the northeast side slightly, El Giganton, WS15, and ETG still fighting for territory.
Simsy and Lampalot have to deal with one individual player. Oh, looks like Omerkin have to deal with all 4 players in Na'Vi, which is rather unfortunate. Hiding behind that Shaq, Kemba's cycling. If he gets this, that's a 2-for-1 in the bag. And unfortunately, win streak do go down. They're copped in the fields. Lyron, how the hell are you surviving? All your teammates died at the initial start of it. They're the first players to fall. But by hook or by crook, he's in there. Simsy, he's down, he's dead. Goes out to the blue. Lampalot not wanting to give any more points away to IG. That's one single player that has damaged the Dogs so bad. I do have to raise the question of how far and how much further they could go for buffering, but unfortunately he's in a very tight situation. Omerkin, the bombardment continues. Kemba's, it looks to me like he's got a molly. If he gets that in there, they're going to be dead. For now, though, they can't really move, and nor can they actually get support from Vasco. He's got that sniper, but really, El Giganton are up on the ridge line. He's from the building. They have an elevated line of sight, and more importantly, they're pinned in.
All these nades are just raining down, aren't they? They're not going to stop either. Ival is so lucky to be alive. That's for them. They need to depend a lot on Bestaloch to be able to spot them over. There's the nade. This could be go time. Here comes the push. They're sending it. Omerkin need to be ready for this one, but El Giganton might slow this down. They can see the cross. Marcelek could ruin everything for Na'Vi here if he keeps landing those shots. They found a bit of cover, but it's spots. Now, if I'm Na'Vi, I'm going to sweep towards El Giganton because they can't get ahead otherwise, and Vasquez just made that a lot easier from further afield. That Kar98 is going to ring true, and Na'Vi should just push this. They've got the information. Looks like Senya and Bestaloch on here. That's a good idea. I like it. There's still 2 players up at the top. Now El Giganton start to fall. There's a point to be had. They're going to go for that. Bestaloch gets it. El Giganton starting to suffer here. Trying to transition away from this spot is very tricky.
Let's not forget that Page.
Bestaloch, here we go.
Page is still here, Lauren. They didn't deal with him earlier on. What kind of damage can he do to Na'Vi as they come out from Pozo? They've had the safety net for a while. They wasted so much utility on taking him down. They did get 1 point from it, but leaving him standing like this, his teammates are inside the circle. If he can stop Na'Vi getting in here, if he can stop other teams doing any damage to his teammates, he can't. The tab hits it on a dime. That's a big frag to take down. Even knocking him out of that position now gives a bit of breathing space, but my word, the northern edge of this circle is completely open. This is going to be chaotic for Na'Vi to get into.
Yeah, this is going to be really hard for Na'Vi. They're being kept alive right now, alone by smokes. There is a little bit of terrain they can work with, but you said it, Omerkin are the problem. And if no one pressures them, there's going to be an issue down the line now. Bestlock is just taking fights. He is going to be using his gun as cover, basically. Just going to run and gun, keep him under fire, under pressure. He needs to land this. He sees the head, he gets it. Na'Vi going to now make the approach. They're going to push further forward. And yes, they've lost down Senya. Yes, they've lost down numbers, but they've still controlled the northern side. Marsalek is knocked. It's Ghost Star alive. The revive comes in. The last utility being put down. Bestlock's nade is landing. He is fighting full force for this. Na'Vi pushing forward again, taking names as they go. Omicron are down to 2 in the south. We see Rex.
Point. No one's really nearing everyone at the same kind of distance.
Yeah, and with Bestlock and all these boys gillied up, looking dangerous. It's like the spice mines on Kettle right now. Yes, I've been watching Star Wars, but look at this damage from Na'Vi. Can they sustain? No, there's a frag back at least, but Temi is doing everything. That's 2 kills. Bestlock goes down. Kemba's gone down. It's all on Tab, and maybe Tab is just enough. But Omicron, they want a bit of it, and now T-Bone has to get in on the battle. He's got the spot. He knows where he is. It's a 1v2 here.
Tab holding back, extending from the rest of his teammates. 1 versus 2 scenario. T-Bone taps him, hits him in the head. Oh boy, Vasku, 1 versus 1 scenario. 15 kills is pretty damn good for Na'Vi. A win would be incredible here.
No vest. He's down to just the helmet. He's going to confirm towards T-Bone.
Oh my
Tab!
word!
One absolute animal. Na'Vi just played out of their minds. That is a welcome to the final day.